Hello and welcome back to this channel, and this is Elite Geospatial. So I have come to realize that rainfall data, temperature data are very important when it comes to the aspect of studying of climate change, general environmental impact assessment and all that. So I've been on that constant research, trying to bring my viewers updated research on key topics that I covered in my channel. So today I'm going to bring you another source, and it is National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. That's the site we're going to be using. So it's owned by United States. So I'm going to leave the link for this below so that you just click on it and access. So let's go into the video. So I'm just going to paste the link and I'll enter. So it brought us to the landing page. So when it comes here, we have access, we have time and location, we have documentation, we have description, credits, keywords, constraints, and all that. So the constraints of, I think this has to do with the usage and all that. So used constraint, they say, I think these are, maybe, I don't know, but I believe you will know this better than myself. So the keywords, credits, who are these credits going to, the data citation, cited author and all that. But we are going to go with the access. So we have two ways of accessing this data: the search data and the download data. And if you're going to be searching this data, you will search everything, but we're going to be using, under the search, we're going to be using the NCEI GIS map viewer. So let's click on it. Now it's going to do some processing and it's loading the GIS mapping. Click on wait. I think it has to do with internet, so you're going to be patient with me for the internet interruption. I don't know why. I'm using M10, but it has not really been fair these days. So it's loaded. Now on this side, you will see that we have GHCN daily. This only United States. It's only for United States. So you can see, if you look at the entire globe, the data is only on the United States. So if you uncheck this and check this, I think this is also United States, or I don't know. And this is the global one. So this consists, if you check, you see the data flowed across global. But what I have tried to do, like, in order to download the entire global data instead of having to clip your own site, but I've not been able to do that. I don't know if anyone has an idea, or while you've tried this and you're able to download the entire data of the global, just allow us so that we too also can gain access to that. So I tried selecting everything, but it wasn't working. I even just tried select Africa, but it was not working. But this is the global data, and so what we're going to do is that we're going to go into the place we want to download. And everybody know I'm a Nigerian, so we can just easily search that. Okay, see, Nigeria has appeared, so we'll just search there and we'll have it's showing. Now, one sweet thing about this data is that it's, okay, let me not spoil it. Let's go on so that you see what I'm saying. Right, so we're going to click on this. So it's going to bring in the data since we have our location selected. Now these are stations. So let's see in Nigeria, how many stations? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, span across part of the country. Not all states have these stations. That's monitoring stations. All right, so this data uses the monitoring station available in each country. I do not know if they are collecting this data from Nigerian stations, or they have their own station set. That I do not know. So I've tried to read the paper behind this, but I've not been able to see that. So I wouldn't know if they are using our own meteorological stations in Nigeria, or they have their own, they're making observations from over there. But these are stations available and set up in Nigeria here. All right. So what I'm going to do next is that I'm going to call, you see this thing that looks like a spanner. I'm going to click on it. So once you do that, it's going to bring out, you're going to have identify, you're going to have location, you're going to have rectangle. So already I want the whole Nigeria. So it's not the issue that I just wanted one station. So I'm just going to click on the rectangle, and then I'm going to make a selection around the country. All right. So it has make selection around Nigeria. Okay, so now these are what are available. Now, so the next thing you're going to do is, I needed everything in the whole country, not just one part. So I'm going to click on select all, and once I've done that, now if you come down here to look at each station, so each of these represent a station. That's why if you see, if I move here, it's going to move, and we see the stations are being moved. But let's start from the very first station here. It has a station ID NG00001075, and then the period of record, it starts from 1938 as of, I don't know, this December or January, let's say January anyway, December or January 12th, any of them, to 2024 as of the 23rd of July. That's when this recording stopped. If you come down to this station down here, which is still a Nigerian station, you'll see that this starts from 1983. This starts from 1985. This starts from 1948. So you could see, and all of them covers to 2024. So you can imagine the wealth of data you have, and this data covers the entire country. It also is more like a ground-based data. So I think this is more reliable. But then let's proceed into downloading it. So you click on add to cart. Now, most of the times while I was trying to try the whole of Africa, if I select the whole of Africa and I make that selection, so let me click another one, so that maybe I will start that as this one is still loading. All right. So I've apologized before of the network, so I know. So while this is still loading, let's do other things so that we understand. So this is what I wanted to show you before we proceed to that other one. So I made selection of the whole Africa. So I click on this. When I click on this, so I come to the rectangle and I make selection for my beautiful Africa here. Right, so this was what I made selection of. Oh. Okay. So they have been selected, and I made all of it, selected everything. Why hasn't it? Sorry. Coming. Give me a minute. Okay. So I make selection of all of them. So there are quite many anyway, which we can see. And some started from 1920, some started 31, some 1966, which means the database gone long. All right, so let's select all of them as well. click all of them that we are interested in data from all of these stations. But most of the times I don't know. When I click on add to cart, let's see it process while we go back to where we were before. Now on the cart here for the Nigerian data we're downloading, okay, so we have this, we have step 1, 2 and 3. So under step 1, you can get this data as PDF, you can get this data as CSV, daily, and then you can get it as daily, I don't know, as a text. But who wants to suffer? So we go with the daily CSV. All right. So here we have the date range. So you have to select the date. All right. So I'm going to be selecting, let's say 1988. Let's say anything from second. All right. Then we're going to end in 2024. All right. And then let's click on apply. Okay. So we click on continue. Now this is what it says: on service unavailable. The server is temporarily unable to service your request due to maintenance downtime or capacity. Right? So that's what it has been. Yesterday it didn't tell me that anyway. So but today it's telling me another English. So the next we have here, it's still loading anyway, so let's allow it finish loading. So that we've done with the first page, step. So we're going to the second step, which is station detail. And it's still talking about this, it's network thing. All right, so the second step is station detail and data flag option. Right, we need it to load first so that we'll be able to process it. So while the network is fluctuating up and down, please, it's not bad. You can join and also buy me a coffee so that I can be sipping and be making beautiful videos for you. All right, but that's on a lighter note, but we accept contribution. So the station name should be included, the geographic location, the geographic location, because you don't want the data to come without an XY. How are you going to attach any sense to it? So you need the geographic location should be checked. Now let's just say you should include the data flags, and then the unit should be metrics. We're using metrics. You can use standard, you can use metrics, but our unit in Nigeria is metrics. So now we have the select data types for custom output, which means if you do not make any selection, it's going to come with the data, all the datas. But if you select each of them, now it means there are more data here. So if I select precipitation, it means I select all of them. But if I only make selection to this precipitation, it's just going to come as precipitation. So same thing on this air. If I only make selection of the average temperature, I will not have minimum temperature and maximum temperature and minimum temperature. But if I make selection of this or this, that means what I am trying to say is that I want it to come with both the precipitation, that's the rainfall, the snow depth. Under the air temperature should come with average temperature, which comes from these two, and maximum and minimum temperature. There are times you will need them for different things, but there are times you wouldn't need it. So, but once you make selection of this, only this and this, that's, you say everything that it has should give it to you. All right, so you need to decide what you want so that you don't. But in surveying, we believe that it's better to have more than enough data, to have more data than have less data. All right, so it's all right. So let's continue. So click on continue and we'll wait for the final step. So it's saying it's giving us a summary of it, requested data, daily summaries from 1988, that's what we selected, to 2024. All right, so it's going to come as precipitation, the snow, the temperature average, temperature max, temperature minimum, and then the station name, geographic. That's just a summary of everything we have, and then these are all the stations name attached. Yeah, so I cite Mina here. All right, so the next thing, which is where you'll be downloading this data, is to input your email. So I have my own email already. You put the email and then you confirm the email, and then you say remember my email. That means if you're coming back to do another thing, you will ask the site to remember your email, not your password. I beg your pardon. So you click on submit order. So now you hear it said your request was successfully submitted. An email with a link to the requested data should be sent shortly. So now we'll be visiting our mailbox. So we have the request, the submission of the request here. This is the submission of the request. They're telling you, okay, most order only take a very short while to process, but larger order do take more time and are affected by the numbers of order in the data queue. But I guess our own has arrived. So yes, we have it. So all we need to do is to click on, as you open that mail, you click on the file, download here. So, and it says you have this data until August 2nd. So which means, let's say approximately 7 days away. Am I right? It's 26. So let's say approximately 7 days or less anyway. Well, we're downloading it now. So why wait till August 2nd? All right. So we have it. It's order 37. It comes with the order number. So we click on save, and then we check it's downloading, and it's just 19 MB for the whole country. So basically, this is an incredible platform to get your temperature data. So let's open it up and look at how this data looks like, right? As we begin to wrap up this video. So here we have the station name. Yeah, so we are coming. So we have our latitude and our longitude. We have even elevation here. Wow. Then we have the date range, and well, I cannot see. Is it that we didn't make selection of this? I can't see the temperature. Okay, not all the stations have temperature. Okay, that's another thing. But we have the, so I said rainfall. We have the temperature here across all of this. Give me a minute, let me check what this is. Okay, so let's go down, and so we have the precipitation here. You can see them recorded. So it's not all the stations that have those data. I believe maybe it's because of the years. So it's now left for you to have sort out this data to suit your job and what you're doing. All right, so basically this is it, and this is a wrap. And don't forget my coffee. Join any of my social media platform and support us. Drop comment, and we appreciate it as we keep bringing content to you. All right, so peace out.